Hi Trotters friends, I am sending you lots of kisses, and I am so excited today to read to you one of my favorite stories in the whole world. This story is called The Bog Baby. The Bog Baby. The Bog Baby. 3 words. This story's really magical. It was written by Jean Willis, and all of the beautiful drawings were done by Gwen Millard. Are we ready? Oh, I wonder what those are. There's so many of them. Long ago, when we were little, me and Chrissy did something bad. We said we were going to Annie's house to play, but we didn't go there. Uh-oh. We didn't tell the truth. Instead, we went fishing all by ourselves, which was not allowed. Chrissy said there was magic in the pond in Bluebell Wood. It was only ever there that in the spring, when it rained, a huge puddle formed in the dell, and pond creatures came. We could fish for newts, she said. I won't tell if you don't. So we went. I don't know if they did the right thing. You should always be honest and tell the truth. I wonder what happened. We found the pond. It was squelchy around the edges. The bluebells squeaked under our boots. We fished and fished, but we didn't catch a newt. No, we caught something much better. We caught a bog baby. Have you ever seen a bog baby? I have seen a bog baby. He was the size of a frog, only round and blue. He had boggly eyes and a spiky tail, and I do remember he had ears like a little mouse. He came swinging through the flower stalks and jumped into the water. He floated up and down on his back, and he sucked his big toes. Cute little bog baby. That is when I fished him out. He didn't struggle. He sat in my hand and he looked surprised. He was as soft as a jelly, like he had no bones. He was all squishy. When we stroked him, he flapped his wings. They were no bigger than daisy petals, and they seemed too small for him to fly. Chrissy said he might be able to fly if we blew on his wings. So we blew and blew and blew, but all we did was blow him into the mud. He didn't try to escape. He just sat still with paws over his eyes. Little bog baby. So we put him in a jam jar and we took him away from Bluebell Woods. We took him home and we hid him in the shed. He was going to be ours to keep forever. We said he was our bog baby. He wasn't meant to be a secret. We wanted to show Mom we were so excited, but we didn't dare, because if we told Mommy, she would know that we didn't go to Annie's house after all. Uh-oh, they didn't tell their mom. I think they should have said something to their mom. They should have said something to their mom. So we made our bog baby a beautiful home in a bucket with gravel and shells and clean water. Whenever he saw us, he jumped up and down. We picked him up and we played with him. He was very ticklish. We fed him cake crumbs and we loved our bog baby. They loved him. Our friends loved him too. We snuck him into school in a margarine tub. When the teacher wasn't looking, he played in the sandbox, and in the afternoon he slept in his tub on some damp cotton balls. Chrissy made him a collar and a leash, and we took him for walks in the field. Once a crow almost came down to try to eat him, but we scared it away just in time. We loved our bog baby. We took great care of our Bog Baby. At least we tried to, but he got really sick. He didn't jump up and down anymore. He turned pale and his wings drooped. He wouldn't touch his cake crumbs. We gave him all sorts of cake, but he spat them out. We wanted to ask Mommy to help us, but we didn't dare because she would know we told a lie about going to Annie's house. But the Bog Baby got thinner. He wouldn't walk on his leash, and he hid under his shell. He would not come out no matter how much we loved him. Mom found us in the shed. Chrissy wouldn't say why we were crying. We'd promised not to tell, but I blabbed. I had to tell Mom. Mommy wasn't angry though. When she saw who was in the bucket, she smiled and her eyes went all misty. She said she hadn't seen a Bog Baby since she was a little girl. Please make him better, we cried. We love him so much. I know, she said, but the Bog Baby is a wild creature. He doesn't belong here. He isn't meant to eat cake or walk on a leash or sleep in a margarine tub. She picked up the bucket and we followed her outside. If we really loved the Bog Baby, we had to do what was best for him, no matter how much it hurt us. That was real love. And that's why we let him go. It's not easy to let beautiful creatures like millipedes and caterpillars and butterflies go, but we're not meant to keep them. They're wild creatures and they belong where they came from. We took the Bog Baby back to where he belonged, living in the woods, playing in the pond, sleeping in the damp leaves underneath the moonlight. We never saw him again. I think he grew up and had babies of his own. Last spring, we were all grown up, and my daughter found the magic pond in Bluebell Wood. And guess what she said she saw? Hundreds and hundreds of Bog Babies swinging through the bluebells, catching flies, floating on their backs, and sucking their big toes. That's what she told me, and that's what I believe. That book is so important. We have to make sure to take care of all of the wild creatures that live around us. We're so blessed to have so much nature. If you find insects and caterpillars and all sorts of different beautiful wild creatures exciting, please look at them and study them. But don't forget, keep them in their homes. We want to make sure that we keep all of our creatures happy and safe, just like the Bog Baby. I hope one day you get to see a Bog Baby. Bye, Bog Baby. Bye, Trotters friends.